All right, we're here at the New England Business Expo with Hank Stoltz, the host of the WCRN Morning News with Hank Stoltz. Hank, how do you like the expo so far?
I got to tell you, Pete, I've been coming for a lot of these 25 years. This is probably my 15th expo, and I think that each year, what is amazing about it is the presentation of all the booths and the fact that so many people do such business to business. This is really a trade show, not so much for the public to come into, but for other businesses, for you to hook up with other businesses, to find out who's maybe that caterer that I want to use and have my business use throughout the year.
Now, your show has recently reunited you with Sherman Whitman, and I think it's really been something to see the two of you working together again. How has it been to be working with Sherwood again?
You know, it really is great. I mean, it's as if we never left. Of course, we picked up right where we left off, and I think that, you know, there's a missing element. Everybody's good on their own, but there is some sort of a missing element when we're on our own, that when we get together, there's just something that clicks. And he's able to augment with all of the great news and the great local news that he's bringing into the show.
Now, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask. Now, WCRN is obviously a sponsor here and an exhibitor here. Why WCRN? If you're a business, why should you be advertising with WCRN besides the fact that me and you are on it?
Which is reason enough. But I'll tell you, you know, if you take a look at the way in which the population is these days, a lot of times when you take a look at what we have what is called rankers, and you take a look at the rankers, and it ranks the radio stations in order, but it doesn't tell the full story. What tells the full story is when you start to take a look at the number of people within Worcester County, and then you see that WCRN is one of the top AM, well, actually the top AM station. We don't want to blow our own horn. When you start to take a look outside of just the Worcester metro area, when you start to bring in Metro West, when you start to bring in that Route 9 corridor, when you go up to the Pittsburgh-Leominster area, you start to really see the strength of what that 50,000 wants to do for you.
In fact, if you look at the map over here, you'll see that that line goes all the way into 7 states.
Yeah.
That's a lot of coverage for one buy.
Yeah, it really is. It's a lot of people, and we hear from people from all over. So although we have this strong, really relentless local focus about what's happening here in central Massachusetts, central Massachusetts can go out and can definitely encompass what's happening in New Hampshire, southern New Hampshire, parts of Connecticut, as we head down towards Boston as well.
And today you were talking this morning about not just the storms locally, but about but about the lieutenant governors,
yes,
which is a state issue, and then about Herman Cain, which is a national issue. So you cover everything.
You know what? One of the things that we like to think is that it's really local voices. That's what the local part is. And local people aren't just interested. They're very interested in what's happening on their street and what's happening in their town, no doubt about it. But of course they're interested in what's happening in national politics. Of course they're interested in what's happening statewide and around the world and what's happening in Greece. So we bring all of that into the show.
And Hank, what time can people find you if they want to find you in the morning and in the afternoon?
Pete, thanks for asking. 5 to 9 a.m. So as you're getting up, as you're getting in the car, as you're getting off to work, we're there driving along with you. And from noon to 1, we bring you up to date with the WCRN Midday Report.
All right, Hank, thanks very much.